display there. So we're going to make a pillow cushion. We're going to use this poodle fur. Well, in fact, I'm going to use this poodle fur up so I can get rid of it out of the room. We're going to put a zip in it, and we're also going to do a cushion insert. Now, the reason to do a cushion insert yourself rather than buy one is that you can get it exactly the right size for you. You've got a panel of cloth you want to use, you can do it to that size. So that's easy enough. Okay, we don't have a white zip. I make that clear straight away, but I do want you to see it, so it's all good. Now, this is leftover cloth. Quite happy to use it, and nobody's going to see this, so if you have got some pattern cloth and you really don't know what to do with it, you can use that as your insert. Or you can cut down a pillow to your own size, that's fine. I've done that before. So literally all I'm doing is sewing around the outside. Not very interesting. Making sure I catch the back. Now with that cushion I only had enough fur to do one side. Now I think it looks fine if you do that. With this I'm going to do it two sides. Now I have reverse stitch there just because I'm going to put quite a bit of stress on the seam whilst I turn it inside out and whilst I stuff it. Now of course this is only the insert, but it is worthwhile doing things properly, isn't it? So, aha, I did fall off. So yes, it is worthwhile doing this properly. So what I'm going to do is where I was talking, I've just come off slightly there. So I'm just going to run it over and do it again. And it's the best time to catch these things, you know. And it does happen. Especially as this cloth is kind of line. It's blackout fabric for curtains, and I have, I suppose, 3/4 of a metre left. Nothing I can do anything with, but do curtains with, of course. So just pushing this out here. I've got my hole for my stuffing, and I bought a pillow rather than buying stuffing. This is all recycled stuff. In fact, I actually think it's wadding. So, but it's whatever you've got, you know. And stuffing away. So yeah, I'm going to take a moment just to get my stuffing in the corners, because that's where you need it. That'll give it, you know, the nicest shape. And this is quite lumpy. Maybe a bit more. Yeah, just I don't know, talk among yourselves. Now, all I'm going to do is push that in and pull it taut. That way I've got a seam. Now, of course I'm using dark thread, but lovely. So that's our insert done. Now I measured the insert to the cloth that I had. Now I have no idea what size cloth I'm left with. So, but it literally is. It's what I've got left from a couple of other projects, and I want to use it. In fact, I've been cutting around so I can use it, making sure that I've got a piece left. Okay. So this is just a straight running seam. When I've folded my cloth, I've got my outside layer just poking through. This is just to make it easier to myself. machine doesn't seem to mind fake fur at all. They do say that you should get a ballpoint needle, and this is just a standard needle. There we go. So I'm going to stop here because I've got a feeling I'm sewing fluff rather than actually sewing the cloth. I'm going to come down a good couple of inches. Now I've reverse stitched that because that's the bit that's going to get wear and tear, and then I want the zip in the middle, not on the edge, but obviously I've got a long piece of fabric, so I've folded the fabric over. Now I'm just doing this by eye. I suppose you could take a bit more time. I'm not actually sewing the zip, I was just placing it there so I knew where to do this bit. So, there we go. Now turning it over and I'm checking that I actually sewed on the cloth. Yeah. It's just one of those things. It'd be very easy not to sort of fall off. Okay, fall off one side and just sew fluff. So I want to place my zip in the hole, and I want the tag of the zip to be on the inside because I'm still inside out. Okay, now it's best if you have the zip open so you don't have any problems opening it again once you've sewn it in. Now I'm actually sewing past the pre-sewn bit, so I'm starting the zip back there. This is just to make it all secure, you know, and all tidy. And all I'm doing is running with my foot in the middle. So I've not moved my foot over on the foot or anything. I'm keeping an eye that I'm not running over the metal bit. Now what I can't do is sew over, I can't sew around this. So I'm just going to have to close it whilst I sew. But not all the way because you'll have trouble later. Lovely. So I'm going to keep on sewing. And I'm back onto the stitched area. So, and now I'm going to double check, because although I can see stuff, I can't guarantee that I haven't sewn just fluff. So, and then I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to open my zip again. I'm going to put it down there. And I'm not going to close it completely. I'm going to make sure that I don't. Because as long as you've got enough just to sort of force your fingers in, then you can push it back up. Coming up to the zip, so I'm going to make sure my needle's down, my foot is up, and I'm going to open this zip. Open this zip if it kills me. There we are. So now I'm going to continue sewing, and I'm going to sew past the original seam. Just keep it all tidy, because this is going probably in someone's home. Lovely, a couple of reverse stitches, and I'm pulling that out. Now, yeah, I am trimming the ends probably a bit more neatly. Now what we need to do is we need to fold this out, and we need to sort of pop the corners so that they're nice and sharp. Now I've managed to catch some of the fur in. You can either just push it out with your thumb, or you can get like a blunt needle, a tapestry needle, and then push them out. So, but this isn't too bad. And there we are, and then that's the fold. So pop that one as well. Now what I need to do is we've used a skirt zip, so I've got to get this cushion in there without actually damaging it. Now there was a reason why I didn't stuff it fully. Yeah, I'm using what I've got actually, but you could use a purpose bought zip, nice big one. Now I've got in my hand the corner of the insert, and I'm just pushing all the corners into the corners of there, so that when it comes time, well, so that it's finished then, and when it comes time to wash it, you just take it out again, run this through. You can wash this at 40. I would probably only wash it on a cool wash, and yeah, there we go. 2 very simple, but everything you need to know about making cushions. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope to catch you again soon. Thank you.